please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Captain's Log, Subdates 230606.3. Our new course will run us close to depleting our antimatter supplies. I get the feeling Subfleet might be on to us here. So I've sent the shuttle pod with Dorky ahead to collect some peasants to liquefy. On the 4th of August 2021, I made a video titled James Soroka, Vile Behavior Gets Karma. I should probably change the title a little bit. Many people had been calling out James Soroka for a while. The reason why is because he is a control freak. A manipulative, deceptive, aggressive, there's another word I can't use, starting with A and ending with abusive individual. Hello everyone, hope you're well, hope you're having a fantastic day. I should now state, I don't want to call him a man, because I feel like that dishonors most men to have a cretin like him lumped in with the rest of them. Men, that is. James Soroka's escapades, shenanigans, horrible misdeeds were catalogued on social media for quite some time. Repsion did a fantastic James Soroka Files video showing some of the vilest behaviors. James Soroka likes to champion himself as a form of alpha male. He's not. He is the caricature, the parody of what an alpha male is. Because there's a literal definition of what one is, and then there is the parody version, which is James Soroka. This caricature of manliness and his behavior towards his now ex led him into legal trouble that got him shut away, locked away, put away for a time. He was excommunicated from social media. He was blasted by, well, as I said, Repsion, many other large creators, because this individual had a privilege. The privilege of a loving person, but he took it too far. He took that unconditional love and decided every facet of your being is mine to determine what you do with. And that kind of behavior, along with what he actually did to her, rubbed everyone up the wrong way, to the tune of time in prison, to the tune of losing accounts, presence on social media, null and void. The reason we're going to talk about him today is because he's back. And I thought, let's go and have a little look at what he's been up to since, and see if he perhaps has learnt his lesson. I should pre-warn you, if you haven't seen the videos I earlier mentioned, including my own one, you should do that. It will provide you ample opportunity to understand what the avatar of gaslighting looks like, the living embodiment of manipulative looks like, what a sentient genital herpy looks like. Stephen D. Live has been cataloguing all of James Soroka's live streams. He had been a frequent user of Periscope before his incarceration for essentially running a cult. He now uses a number of platforms. Instagram is one where he posts reels. There are other streams though he has done since, almost every single day, detailing his adventures since being expelled from the prison. I believe it's called release or parole, I don't know which, don't care really, it's James Soroka. And I'm not entirely sure what the platform is that he has been using, but I do know he has been using his standard, full name, Instagram account. He has also been posting images quite clearly showing he is not over Caitlin, his now ex, who is engaged to somebody else I believe, while simultaneously being completely oblivious to the fact that she has a restraining order against him. Yeah, he comes close to violating that.
I would say hi, but it's not showing me who's in here. It says you're here, but whoever else is, their usernames are masked. But thank you for being here.
On the 5th of May, he made a triumphant return to social media because of that earlier mentioned release. You would think that perhaps something would have changed after his time spent incarcerated, that perhaps he wouldn't go back onto negative habits, tired ones at that, but that's not the case. In fact, if anything, you can tell he hasn't learnt anything. Now, because he was released, he wasn't given a place to stay or anything, so he had for a brief time stayed, I believe, at a train station in South Carolina, the Amtrak station, no less. But he had to stop sleeping there for a few days because security guards decided to put a stop to that. So he decided instead to expand his horizons and find one-night stands in exchange for food and a place to sleep, because this Studley is quite clearly the sexiest sex love machine on the planet. If you are animal, vegetable, or mineral, have a roof and food, James Soroka will do you, as long as he can have some slep.
I definitely would not have any shame in like an OnlyFans type situation at all, not even slightly. Are my ethics and morals kind of contradictory? You bet they are. But do I also have a philosophy that I will do anything to survive? 100% true. I try to keep those choices within reason as much as possible. But yeah, hit me up. I'm in a new life now for me, and it's going to look similar to the way my life was before, but it's not going to be the same at all. You know, a lot of people say that, but I'm actually living it, and I made sure to be living it long enough before even trying to come on here and talk to you guys. You have always mattered to me. You know, I took my time. I got my head together, and now I'm doing better. So I'm ready, and I can't keep like living in the shadows and not sharing my life with you guys. I got so used to this, and at this point, I don't really know any other way. And although I finally learned how to make it without having to do that and do this, and I still prefer living this way. So I'm back, and I'm hoping that I can do it a little more legit this time, but I'm still going to make time to be here.
For the sake of it, James Soroka has streamed consistently for nearly every single day since his release. Whether he's grown much in the way of an audience, I'm not sure. It's quite strange to me because for what he did before, and to be blasted for what he did and to show no sign of real remorse for what he did, is peculiar on the internet because the internet does not forgive. But then to say this is all he knows, and to somehow ignore the past, his actions, claim he is learning or has learned, but not show any sign that he has at all, makes him somewhat unusual. It is not helped when he is accused of being a grifter, a stalker, a harasser, a abuser. Yeah, I said it that way on purpose, alright. And there are many more streams showing his more recent behaviors.
Just a little update. I am good on where I'm sleeping. I should be good on the eating part. And then I will definitely be all set by the weekend, so everything's in order. I'm just going to say something real quick to anybody who hasn't taken a bus or a train in a while. If you do not have your ticket scheduled for the same day, try not to show up at the station until it's like that day. Don't plan on saving yourself money like I did, because they don't really like you hanging out the way that it used to not be a big deal. But nowadays it's apparently kind of a big deal. So I have had to be on my best behavior, and I have been actually making a lot of friends. And I mean, I'm not going to say that I got a lot of stuff sold out of the vending machines, but I might have. I don't know. But anyway, but I didn't say that. But I just did.
I wonder if that's because you were sleeping at the train station while streaming to some platforms, no doubt trying to drum up interest. What intrigues me about James Soroka is he still manages to pull an audience. That's impressive. Granted, some are trolls, and they're no doubt there just to watch him fall. We all live for that after all. Once you have willingly crossed those lines and harmed other people, manipulated other people, generally there isn't much of a path back on the internet. But James keeps on trying.
Hey, I think y'all may have missed it. Well, first I wanted to show you this guy. It's actually pretty cool. I've never tried this dual camera thing yet either. But it looks like a storm's rolling in. Don't know how long we'll be live on Twitter. But being here with you right now, I want to let you know that we did a live stream on Instagram for like a half hour, 45 minutes. If you missed out, it didn't save. I'm sorry about that. But I'm going to try and get an even better phone. So I actually got a pretty good one. I'm trying to get an even better phone. And then that way we can save them longer lives and you can watch them. So
James has, though, come to a realization. The realization that he has been engaging with the wrong people. Congratulations for having an IQ apparently just over 0.
I have been engaging with trash. I didn't realize. Nope. I said no. Like, what on God's good earth ever made me acknowledge a comment like that? Like, what was wrong with me? Honestly, like, what was wrong with me?
You're an attention-seeking brat who constantly requires validation. And to acquire that validation, you will look to your audience, whoever turns up, whether they be troll or not, sincere or insincere. If you do not have many people in your audience, you will engage with as many comments as you can to make your stream appear more entertaining than it actually is, when in fact you spend your entire time just staring at your chat, waiting for somebody to give you something. You're still doing the threat thing though. I found that.
Yeah, don't be putting stuff out there trying to be calling me some other name or something. I'm serious. It don't matter what you think or say or feel or what you think the situation is. You're gonna find out real quick when you lose that channel, for starters. So just don't, like, literally off limits. Like, if even knowing about that kind of stuff is off limits to me, and like you guys know the kind of connections I got, I think it's probably off limits to you. And I know you guys got it all figured out until you freaking lose your job and your income and your resources.
All that you've seen have come from 2 streams, one on the 5th and one on the 8th. So what I'm going to do to finish this is take us to the most recent, which is the 26th of May, and try and glean something of use from that to see if he's maybe changed over the course of 3 weeks.
Hello. How are you?
Hey, brother. I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
I'm decent. Emily, thanks for the follow. Was the driver from yesterday nice to you? Which
Hey,
which one
brother.
are we talking about?
Brother.
What's up?
How your face look like this?
How my face look like this?
You got one nose or you got 2 noses?
I barely have one nose. One nose I have barely works. So I got like half a nose. Wow, we won. See, now that's how you diffuse heckling.
This has been fascinating, learning about James Soroka all again, to see that he is still active on platforms I've never heard of, and Instagram, and TikTok apparently as well. Snapchat too. Oh dear God. And he still has an audience. Oh, that's awesome. I hope the path to obscurity remains forever in your favor, and you succeed at disappearing from the internet once and for all. But the grift, the cult, everything else you've done, your manipulative behavior needs to stop, along with the threats.